The on again, off again Melo trade discussions between the Knicks and the Rockets seem to be back on again. Joined now by our NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski. Adrian, where do things stand right now between the Knicks and the Rockets?
Tony, New York and Houston started to talk again about a Carmelo Anthony trade here in recent days. And Houston's out canvassing the league to try to find a third team to deliver New York the assets that it wants for Carmelo Anthony. And right now, Melo will waive his no trade for the Rockets, but it is a steep climb between those two teams to find the particulars for a deal. And both organizations know that it's still very possible that Carmelo goes to training camp with New York and talks continue through the season.
You mentioned the steep climb. What has changed from the time when they began talking to now?
Well, the hiring of Scott Perry as the Knicks general manager, he put a pause on those trade talks when he took over. Number one, to try to start rebuilding some value for Carmelo Anthony on the trade market, because Phil Jackson had really torn that down over the past year. And he wanted to communicate with Carmelo about trying to see how open he was to returning to New York. The one thing that Scott Perry has told Carmelo is that if he does play for the Knicks this season, as long as he plays for the Knicks, they're not going to run him down anymore in that organization. They're going to make him feel comfortable there.
Okay, so let's say that things don't happen with the Rockets. What other team could be an option or would make sense for Carmelo?
Well, Portland's two-star players, Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, they've made inroads with Carmelo Anthony in recruiting him and getting him interested in that Blazers situation. You look at it with those two great guards, with Yusuf Nurkic, who really emerged late in the season after his trade from Denver. Plugging Carmelo Anthony into that team makes them really an elite team in the West. But first, New York and Portland would have to find some common ground on assets in a deal, and Carmelo would have to waive his no trade and include Portland in it. But that's what the Knicks want to do. The longer the Knicks keep Carmelo Anthony now, and if he grows uneasy about their inability to do a deal in Houston, New York wants to see him expand that list, so they have some more options to do a trade for him. And Portland is a team that's had very consistent interest here for the last couple months.
All right, a saga that we will continue to cover here on SportsCenter. Our NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski for the very latest. Thank you so much, Adrian.
Thanks.